What's going on, guys? Detached here, and welcome back to the channel. Destiny 2's beta has officially released as of yesterday for the PlayStation, and it was all I had not to jump in and watch some of the streamers because I am on Xbox, so I had to wait till today. I actually was able to jump in for a little while and play, which was absolutely amazing. So today what we're going to be taking a look at is the ARCSTRIDER Hunter. Definitely becoming a very big favorite of mine. We're going to take a look at the skill tree, a high-level overview, and see some of the gameplay that I was actually able to capture from today. So let's jump in and take a closer look.
Our home. Everything's gone. The tower, the city.
So first off, once we jump in, you actually get to play the full homecoming starting mission. Now when you jump in, you're probably going to recognize where we are at. The tower has been absolutely plummeted by the Cabal. We are actually in one of the tower hangar areas for the shelters. There's going to be a lot of things that look very familiar. There is actually a Suros sign up here in the corner for where some of the weapons used to be stored. It looks like there's a couple of workbenches and some other items, so I am very curious to find out what happened to all of the weaponsmiths, the factions, and other things throughout the game. There's going to be so many things to actually unfold and find, which is all extremely exciting. It's brand new. We've not seen this before except a few clips from some of the big YouTubers and streamers out there, and it's been extremely satisfying to actually jump in and hear the sounds and play it for myself. It was one of those feelings of, I finally got to jump in. I finally got to actually use the controller, listen to the game sounds for myself, play around with some of the characters, so it's been a very cool experience so far. The overall feeling of the game is pretty much an awe moment because the graphics, the overall revamp that has just been done throughout the game, the way the weapons sound, your character movements, everything is just completely an awe moment. Now, for the hunter himself, the stock gear that we get right off the bat is fantastic looking. The color schemes, the cloak is absolutely freaking amazing. Now, one thing that I do notice is the way our stats actually roll for that gear. You can change it right now. I'm curious to see what we're going to get in the actual game when it releases. A couple of looks at some of the weapons that we get right off the bat. This is one of the auto rifles called Scathelock. It is quickly turning into a favorite of mine. It handles very well, it plays very well, and it actually does a crap ton of damage. So it does have a few different perks. This IS-5 circle is the retina that I have currently got up. It's also got the Model 8 red, which is a red dot ORA per se, and then the last one is a long-ranged scope. So kind of turns it into a marksman rifle per se. And then you've got this tactical mag or high caliber rounds, and that will either give you that stumbling feature or you can extend that magazine size. Now we've got the legendary infusion that's going to happen with these weapons, and we've got shaders for our weapons, and you can see all these different slots that are going to happen as well. But enough with the weapons, let's jump into the ARCSTRIDER skill tree and do a high-level overview real quick. Okay, jumping into the ARCSTRIDER skill tree, as you can tell, it is very different from Destiny 1, and I honestly like the simplicity of it. But jumping into the top line for the grenades, we have got the skip grenade, a grenade that splits upon impacting, creating multiple projectiles that seek enemies, and it works a lot better than year one. Flux grenade, an explosive grenade that deals additional damage when attached to enemies, and the arc bolt, a grenade that chains bolts of lightning to nearby enemies. Now to the class skill, the marksman's dodge. If you hit your BB very quickly, it performs an evasive maneuver, basically like the shade step. You've also got one called the gambler's dodge. it performs a deft tumble, avoiding enemy attacks. Now, right into the heart of things, you've got the Arc Staff. This is your super ability. It is absolutely amazing. Down to the movement mode, we've got high jump, which is just a boost. It gives you a very good height. You've got the strafe jump a second time with it as well, and you also have the classic triple jump, which is my favorite so far. Now up into the top of the skill tree, you've got the deadly reach. Dodging increases your melee range, which is a pretty cool perk to have. It is pretty noticeable too when you do dodge and you do get that melee range. For the combat flow perk, your melee kills actually recharge your dodge ability, and then combination blow, kill an enemy with this melee ability to trigger health regeneration and lethal current. After dodging, each arc staff hit creates a damaging field around it, which is pretty darn amazing. Now down at the bottom, you've got disorienting blow. This is a completely separate perk down below. You've got focused breathing, and this one recharges your dodge ability as well. Combat meditation. While critically wounded, melee and grenades recharge faster, and lightning reflexes. You are harder to kill while dodging. So that is pretty much the overall review of the ARCSTRIDER class. Okay, next up, some more gameplay footage, and this weapon that I'm using right here is called the Sunspot. It is one of the exotics that you can pick up, and I will be doing a video review on it at a later time, but I wanted to show you some of the gameplay footage from it, what these Cabal actually look like, and how this gun functions just real quick, because it has a pretty unique perk on it that when you kill somebody with it, or something with it, they actually explode. And here is the ARCSTRIDER. He's got quite a few different moves he can do. As you can see, there is a massive slam from the air. There's also some pretty cool ground movements, some circular kung fu style moves, which I was very excited to use, and I'm curious to see how it's going to function in the PvP mode as well, as the hunter seems to be very oriented towards PvP from what I'm seeing so far. Okay guys, that wraps up today's game footage. I hope you enjoyed the ARCSTRIDER Hunter and the gameplay. If you are new to the channel, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with all the Destiny 2 videos and the news that's going to be coming out. I hope you guys have an amazing day. You all stay awesome, and I will see you next time.